the Arab world is closely connected with Islam. Islam helped Arabs expand more than ever before in history. It led to the creation of one of the most powerful empires of its time, the Islamic Caliphate. At its peak, this empire stretched from Spain and North Africa in the west to Central Asia and the Indian subcontinent in the east. For centuries, the Caliphate was a major center of power, learning, science, culture, and military strength. Even today, Islam remains one of the most important religious, social, and political forces in the world. But what was Arabia like before Islam? How did Arabs live? How did they rule themselves? And what did they believe in? Welcome to our video on Arabia before Islam. Before Islam, most of Arabia was home to nomadic tribes known as Bedouins. These tribes were always moving through the deserts with their animals, mainly camels, sheep, and goats. They lived in tents and traveled in small family groups. The tribe was the most important part of life. There was no strong central government. Alliances between tribes often changed, and wars were common. Tribal leaders enforced unwritten rules that everyone followed. Bedouin society was patriarchal. Property was inherited by men, and women had very few rights. Women could not inherit property and were often treated as possessions. In tribal wars, women could be taken as captives and forced into marriage. Men could marry many women with no fixed limit. When a man died, his son could inherit all of his wives except his own mother. Marriages were usually arranged by families, and the bride's family received animals or goods in exchange. In some cases, baby girls were killed at birth. The Quran later mentions that during this time, known as Jahiliyyah, some Arabs buried their daughters alive. Many Bedouins saw women as a burden or a source of shame if captured by enemy tribes. Because there were no courts, police, or written laws, tribes depended on themselves for protection. If someone from a tribe was killed, revenge was expected. This led to endless cycles of violence. A person's honor depended on protecting their tribe and avenging their relatives. Life in the harsh desert made tribal loyalty necessary for survival. Historians describe pre-Islamic Arabia as a land of constant tribal fighting, raids and lawlessness. Tribes often attacked caravans and settlements. To avoid attacks, traders paid tribes for protection. While most Arabs lived a nomadic life, some settled in towns and cities. The most important of these were Mecca and Yathrib, later known as Medina. Mecca came under the control of the Quraysh tribe around the 5th century. It became a major trade center because many caravan routes passed through it. Mecca was also home to the Kaaba, a sacred place even before Islam. Many Arab tribes placed statues of their gods inside the Kaaba. The Greek historian Diodorus Siculus described it as a holy temple respected by all Arabs because sea trade routes were dangerous due to wars and piracy. Traders used land routes through Mecca. The Quraysh made agreements with other tribes and empires to protect their caravans. Once a year, tribes from all over Arabia came to Mecca for pilgrimage. During this time, fighting stopped, disputes were settled, and trade flourished. This helped Mecca become a center that connected many Arab tribes and helped form a shared Arab identity. Yathrib, later Medina, was another important city. It was an agricultural center with good water supply. Jewish tribes originally dominated the city, but Arab tribes later gained influence. Jews were often traders and businessmen, while Arabs mainly worked in farming. Trade increased wealth, but also led to money lending with interest, a practice later forbidden in Islam. Religion played an important role in pre-Islamic Arabia. Most Arabs were polytheists. Each tribe had its own gods and idols. They also believed in spirits called jinn. The Kaaba contained many idols, possibly up to 360. Some sources say it even had images of Abraham, Mary, and Jesus, though this is debated. Christianity reached Arabia through trade and missionaries. Some Arab kingdoms, like the Ghassanids, became Christian. Judaism also spread to Arabia due to Jewish migration from Roman lands. Many Jews settled in places like Yathrib, Khaybar, and Najran. Some Arabs followed a monotheistic belief known as Hanif, which rejected idol worship and believed in one God, similar to Abraham's faith. According to Islamic tradition, Prophet Muhammad followed this belief before Islam. A small number of Arabs also followed Persian religions like Zoroastrianism. Arabia had few strong states before Islam, but some kingdoms did exist. Southern Arabia, especially Yemen, had more organized kingdoms ruled by kings. Northern Arabia mostly had tribal confederations or city-states. The Himyarite kingdom in Yemen was one of the strongest. It later adopted Judaism, which led to conflict with Christian powers. Eventually, Ethiopian and later Persian forces took control of the region. Other kingdoms included the Kinder Kingdom in Central Arabia, the Lakhmids in Eastern Arabia under Persian influence, and the Ghassanids in the north under Roman influence. None of these states were strong enough to unite all Arabs. Before Islam, Arabs shared a language and culture, but were divided by tribes, revenge and religion. Life was harsh, violent, and uncertain. Soon, however, everything would change. The rise of Islam would unite the Arabs and transform Arabia and the world forever. Thanks for watching this video. Subscribe.